Hey Jed, how's it going? I've only just started, so you haven't missed anything. I'm doing pretty good. Just having a look through Oleg's wares before we move on. What have you been up to? Belt of Giant Strength +2. Wow, these are expensive. And this is all the junk that I've been selling him. You have missed a lot? Maybe. We have killed the Stag Lord, which was fun. I definitely enjoyed that. I'm very tempted to grab these two things right now. I mean, I can make some of this cost back. You've been building your own PC and just upgrading your setup a lot? Nice. We'll keep the bow. How's it going? Welcome in. I'm just going through things to sell. Oh, I oversold and I got a lot of money out of that. Alright, for Gengar, I got you a sword. And Amiri? Well, we're going to take that belt off. And we're going to put that belt on. So that makes her a +13. Yeah. Awesome. I can equip that. So what have you been up to? Alright. Oh wait, I gotta go talk to him. We're heading to Restol. Restov awaits. I plan to set off right away. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for you to take to make sure you can enjoy your trip back to Restol.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the Stolen Lands and return with the Stag Lord's head, but I knew you could handle it.
This is Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baron before the High Society of Restov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler.
As a ruler. As should rightfully be so. It looks a lot like Fable. No, it shouldn't be like Fable.
But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections.
We'll see. We'll see how useful these connections are.
Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
What? You think I need babysitting? Kasil, a young half-orc with impeccable poise, performs a textbook perfect bow. It gives you the vibes of when you played Fable? Oh, okay. Actually, I think one of the Fable games had you running... You had to, like, run a little town or something, didn't you? What kind of game are you playing? I think I have the right to know.
Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
I don't need to navigate this. I thought I was just going to tax people money. What do I need to know about the history of Brevoy?
What's now called Brevoy was originally two different countries, Rostland and Issia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the two states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal.
Was that the first game? I remember owning property.
The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Sortova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Issia. We, the Eldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Issian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker.
If this country is like so delicate, the one little thing can throw it all out of whack. Why is she giving land to a random person she doesn't know? But also, the only thing I really remember about one of the Fable games was you'd buy a house, you'd put a bunch of trophies in the house, you'd break the front door and then you'd sell it, and you could break in, steal the trophies, and then you would buy it back for less than you sold it for. And you just got lots of money by doing that, so that's what I did a lot.
We, the Eldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty, and the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be.
Well, that's not good.
Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Sortova, the former kings of Issia, but their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Sortova and Eldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question.
What the hell am I supposed to do?
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Issians hold over us is humiliating and costly, and the Sortovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going?
Is she seriously wanting me to be the one who sits around and like, alright everybody calm down, stop killing each other? Because I'm not doing it.
The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Maegor Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
It is a gamble, yeah. Alright, so one of the competitors who successfully completed Jimandi Aldori's task and received a barony as a reward. What task did I complete for this? Blue usually means it's something I've done, right? Or a choice that I've made well, there's more options.
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Coral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
If Natala is already here, why did she let you grant me the title?
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Sertova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a baron, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view, and truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Sertovas.
Yeah, I'm just not sure what kind of connections I'm going to be making after this bit.
The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
Choices, choices, and consequences. Man, we're going to have so many consequences. I don't really care what part Rostov plays in this. Alright, thank you for the explanation.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
Not really. I was kind of trying to figure out, as well, why the hell I've got a half-orc with me.
Don't think I'm trying to impose a nanny or a spy on you. We're neighbors now. You'll need someone knowledgeable about Brevoy's politics to act as an ambassador to your court. If you don't like Casil, you're free to choose someone else, but I won't be able to vouch for the loyalty or trustworthiness of another envoy.
We'll keep him, I guess. Don't care about Tartuccio. Alright, we're going to head out and talk to some other guests.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
So do the people I talk to here, does that matter? I'm guessing that does. Oh, look at that, a stolen land. Done. It does matter? Alright. Mingle with the guests. A high society reception is always excellent entertainment. You can drink plenty of expensive wine and stuff yourself with tiny sandwiches on sticks. Or you can skip the time wasted on gluttony and make a few useful connections. In some cases it'll matter a lot. Jeez, okay. Hey, it's Harem. Harem's here. Alright, let's actually pause. There's Jathal. Ah, there's Van. And Keston with Lindsay. Merve, Sertova. The ones we were warned about. We're gonna go talk to Casey. Cassil, Jamandi, and Joseph. Keeg. Okay. Gengar and Octavia, of course, together. We're gonna go talk to this guy first. This man is obviously more comfortable on the battlefield than in the company of the nobles. You're waiting to buy a fish? Which fish do you want? I've only got one fish space left. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat he's wearing doesn't quite fit properly. Oh. As though it was borrowed. He has a few pale scars across his face, and his dark hair is drawn into an unkempt ponytail, with a few streaks of grey running through it. He greets you with a broad smile and a firm handshake. Let me introduce myself. I am Magar Van, the new ruler of Dunswood, your neighbour to the east. Okay. I thought Restov was to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. Not everyone could exterminate a whole gang of bandits with such a small team. Well, it took several attempts. How did you earn the title of baron? Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Jamandi Aldori needed someone reliable to take and hold the territory. I'm the captain of a mercenary team, if that wasn't clear. Vineling hosts. Have you heard of us? No, no matter. Definitely not. We've done work for Jamandi before. This time the task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, cleared it of the most brazen monsters, and built a small fort to hold the place. And for that, a barony and land to own. Okay, we spent 2 months hunting a wizard and the Stag Lord across the stolen lands. This man killed a couple of monsters and put a tower down. How do you feel being a noble? Yeah, we'll go for it. Looking at his rich clothes, Van smirks, like a pheasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. He nods towards an arrogant man in the other corner of the room. See that lad? Baron Drelov. He's not like us. Who knows what generation of Baron he is. Didn't even shake my hand. Are you angry yet? I put a lot of work into getting my barony for my land. You know, earning that right. And he did it in a couple of days. And then paid some people to build the fort. You and me, we're like dirt underneath his boot. And that's why those like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise, he'd take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. It was nice meeting you, Magar Van. Farewell. Goodbye. Once you've settled in, come pay us a visit. I'm sure I will.
I crave for adventure.
So I'm guessing the people with surnames are going to be the ones that are important, because everyone else is kind of labeled guests. Also, I need to go see Casey.
Will you drink with me?
You see Casey approaching. The tiefling you met during the battle at Jamandi Eldori's mansion. As she draws near, she places one of the cups of wine she's holding into your hand. To beauty.
To beauty. It sweetens our happy days and brings solace to our dark and sorrowful ones.
Casey smiles and taps her cup to yours.
But jokes aside, I came to apologize. I know the words I said in our conversation with Lady Aldery might have offended you, but this was not my intention. The lessons life has dealt me were not easy. I've learned to be wary of new acquaintances, which is why I've refused to join your party. I hope you will forgive me for this weakness and for my harsh words. And I hope you will hear me out, for I have something to tell you.
She has something to tell me. Apology accepted. What did you want to tell me? Although that first option seems pretty good.
How amusing. Usually those who don't seek affection are the very ones who receive it. Anyway, enough sweet talk. There is something important I wanted to tell you.
There's romancing in this game, isn't there? Like you can romance some of the characters?
As it happens, I came across some very valuable information. What brave conqueror of these wild lands wouldn't be intrigued by news of an ancient shrine, possibly full of great treasures? A place such as this was discovered by my old friends from Kadira, and it just so happens to be located in the lands that today become rightfully yours. My friends lack the courage to enter the shrine and seek the treasure, but what will stop us? We who know the taste of battle and have been singed by the same fire.
Cassie stops looking at you expectantly. Is she one of the romance options? I'm asking for a friend. What could be better than a treasure hunt? Oh, okay, cool. What could be better than a treasure hunt? I am ready.
I'm sure you'd like to finally gain your official title and celebrate your victory. And I don't like noisy parties and ceremonies. Find me when you return to your dominion. I'll rent a house in your capital. We can discuss the details of our expedition there. So long, friend. I'll call you so today because soon enough, all you'll be hearing is, Your Grace, Your Grace, Your Grace.
She didn't call me by my name, she called me friend. Saluting you with the cup, the tiefling girl steps back and disappears in the shadows between the columns. Alright, cool. Wait, she actually disappeared. Alright. I think that's my pet rat, by the way. Keston Garrus. Oh, he's drunk. Can I get drunk? Nope. I cannot get drunk. Okay, so my party members are all in green. Alright, Chandra Merve, here we come. Ah yes, I see good old Restov hasn't changed a bit. Even the smell in the streets is the same. Sister of the King Noleski and one of the most influential politicians in Brevoy. Natala Sotova is discussing something with an unfamiliar old lady in a low voice. Upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary sweet smile. You are not only tough but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. Is that a threat? I would never. I simply wish to warn you, in case you don't fully realize the fate that awaits you in your barony. What do you think awaits me? Nothing good, I fear. The Aldori, our dearest friends, didn't deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. You see, they're preparing to separate from Brevoy. It will not be a peaceful process. They lack the strength currently, hence using this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once the civil war breaks out, your lands will be the first to endure a strike from Brevoy's forces. Perhaps I'll erect a memorial stone in independent Restov to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on that, really. Didn't, so from memory, Jamandi said that they were trying to break off. What would you propose? In your situation, the most reasonable course of action would be to align yourself with the lawful rulers of Brevoy, the noble houses. The Aldori won't dare to rebel, knowing they will immediately become entrapped. You could help Brevoy avoid a civil war while simultaneously enjoying some well-deserved peace in your lands. I believe Jamandi has already attempted to impose a guard on you as an emissary. I'm guessing her lowborn stepson, the green-skinned boy, Castle. It's up to you, of course, but I would recommend you a different envoy. Please meet Chandra Merve, an experienced diplomat who's familiar with Brevoy's politics than any brawler could be. The old woman standing next to Natala gives you a slight bow. I would be happy to help you establish diplomatic relations with Brevoy. I don't want to pick her. I do not like her. I'll take Kessel. Think on it. Do not make any hasty decisions. Is it important to talk to, like, everyone else here? A handsome man with a weather-beaten face grasps your hand tightly in his rough, calloused palms. Unlike the rest of the guests in the festival clothes, he wears a simple robe. The only luxury you see on him is a holy symbol of Erastil, made of solid gold. Wait, isn't Erastil the god that Harem, like, worships? The other guests look at him with respect, some bordering on awe. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep voice. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Esvanki Keeg, High Priest of Erastil in Restov. She is cunning and knowledgeable, and evil. Yeah, but I kind of need something to balance out how evil my character is going to be. We could pick her, but it's not my best choice. Do many people in Restov venerate Erastil? He worships Grotus? Oh, okay. They revere many gods in Restov. They pray to Abadar, patrons of cities, and Pharasma, gatherer of souls. There are also some rare cults, but there's no denying that the Stag God has the largest congregation here. And no wonder, people here have lived off farming and hunting for centuries. Oh, okay, so he's not about the death side. You're dressed surprisingly simply for such a festive occasion. We know why. I've already passed my law religion check. I saw how you fought besides Jamandi that night. Your god granted you impressive power. Yes, I used to serve Erastil on the battlefield, but those days are long past. Now I call on his power to heal those who have fallen from the roof more often than anyone wounded by a sword. Of course, someone has to roam the forests and slay monsters, but I'm far more useful to my congregation here, attending to mundane affairs like hospitals, shelters, and charity fairs. Bringing law into the stolen land is a difficult endeavor. I would be grateful for any help you could spare. Oh, +6, I need 12. Can I at least see what I failed by? I rolled a 6. Our most pious aspirations are often hindered, but it is not the case that overcoming such obstacles allows us to become closer to God. I give you my blessing, and I believe you'll be able to overcome these hardships and achieve your goals. Well, we missed out on that one. Erastil keep you. Hannes Drelev. This man's gorgeous clothes hide rippling muscles beneath them. He looks past your ear, obviously bored. Baron Hannes Drelev, he says offhandedly, emphasizing the word Baron. This is the guy, the other guy was telling us about. How we're the dirt on his boot. And you must be the Stag Lord Butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forget your name. Yeah, but you took out the Stag Lord and his gang, and so Stag Lord Jamandi is granting you permission to take his place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie to the west of yours. I suppose we're neighbors now. Yes, I defeated the Stag Lord. Pray tell, what did you do to deserve your new dominion? A smirk appears on the Baron's face. I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done that for me. If I had a slightly bigger army, Sword Lord Jamandi would have simply given all the stolen lands to me. Alas, I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal. So she had to urgently make barons, like the likes of you and Van. It's all very charming, dirt under people's boots. Oh, we can be snarky. So you have no army and no special merits. You were given land for being pretty. Under other circumstances, I'd have you whipped for such words. But let's not ruin Lady Aldori's celebration, If you want to so badly to measure merits, we can do so another time. Stick it to him. You're not very polite for a nobleman. Ha, politeness must be deserved. Alright, goodbye. Not even deigning to reply, Baron Drelov turns around and looks away. Okay. Let's see how Amiri's dealing with this. Their wine is alright, nice and strong, but the appetizer's barely a mouthful. Alright. I'm guessing I need to pick an envoy pretty much straight away. Can I talk to Castle? Today is a historic day for Rostov and maybe for all of Brevoy. Yosef Selemius, an older man, don't know why it's hovering over man with a blue icon, with full sideburns, looks at you with interest through a golden eyeglass. Well now, if it isn't the hero of the festivities, the protege of our dear Jamandi. You pulled this all off quite cleverly, I confess. I wasn't convinced your enterprise would succeed. I even bet a bottle of my best Pataxian wine against you, but I'm happy to admit I was wrong. The Aldori have always been adept at finding new talent. This was a really strong guy who was fighting with Jamandi, wasn't it? I don't believe we've been introduced. So it would seem. I am Yosef Selimius, Lord Mayor of Rostov. I rule this town and the adjacent lands. Oh, that was the priest, was it? Okay. His name's familiar. I'm pretty sure he was at the start. As your northern neighbor, I hope we can look forward to a long and fruitful relationship. So you rule Rostov, and what about the Aldori? Brevoy's politics seem complex and incomprehensible to many. Here in this part of Russland, the spirit of northern freedom still lives. We are loyal to the throne, of course. May the gods prolong the life of His Highness. Who is His Highness? King Noleski Sertova. Okay. That was the brother of this person over here. But here, far from the dominions of the great houses, we have our own way of life. It is especially important now, after the certain events that I probably don't need to name. The Aldori Sword Lords used to rule Russland. They're still the largest landowners and main military force in the region. I may have missed a certain someone, or really, but it's not for nothing that Rostov is called a free city. We're proud to choose the Lord Mayor from among the citizens, considered not by their lineage but by their own merits. It was nice meeting you. Please wait a moment. Your young barony will need resources to establish itself, and from what I've been told, you're somewhat in need of financial assistance. I could organize and supply everything you need for construction and spread out the cost on extremely favorable terms. I could immediately procure, let's say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure that would give you a good start. In exchange, I would ask a small favor. Until you repay the debt in full, you simply assume the obligation of contracting building services through Restov's Builders Guild. So this will lock me to Restov. Until the debt is paid, I would need to use Restov to build my lands. You won't spoil? It's a good offer, but he doesn't tell me how much. Alright, my one question is, can I come back to him? If I pick the second option, can I come back, or am I locked into that choice? You can set yourself free in a way, okay. No, you know what? I'm not gonna accept that at the moment. If I can come back to it, I'll have a look. The choice of yours, I just figured I'd mention it. I'll probably accept your offer in the end. Okay, it was nice meeting you. The feeling is mutual. I assure you, I look forward to hearing more of your dazzling successes soon. They said I've missed someone. It's better not to take his offer? Oh, okay. You said I missed talking to someone? But I've spoken to everyone except my party. At the table. Oh, Lander. He's not part of my party. A handsome, well-dressed young man of about 17 years old looks at you with a polite smile. So you're the famous slayer of the Stag Lord's gang. Soon to be a baron. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Lander. Okay. Just Lander, no last name, no title? Well, let's just say I'm here incognito. Under my circumstances, it's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. Truth be told, that's precisely what I would like to speak with you about. You see, I am an heir to one of Brevoy's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, a newly appointed baron with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. I travel the country in secret, without servants, so I can see it for myself. Not from a carriage window, but face to face with the people. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know Brevoy if I'm going to rule a part of it someday. I know Jamandi wants to impose her stepson on you as an emissary of Brevoy. Refuse. Take me instead. Don't look at my age. While they may have trained this half-orc to swing a sword, I've been training to rule since I was a child. I'll be of far greater use to you, both now and in the future, after I have a firm position in my family. I don't like that he's being secretive. I don't like that at all. Are you from Restovic nobility? Oh no, I'm not from here. I'm just visiting. You could say I wanted to see for myself the heroes who managed to conquer the frontier lands. And the Lord Mayor was kind enough to invite me to this wonderful party. Yeah, he's not. Everyone else has been kind of upfront with what they're doing. Tell me once more what you want from me. I know Jamandi wants to impose her stepson on you as the emissary. Refuse, take me. We've already done this. Why did it already say I hadn't done it? Please tell me again what you're doing. Alright, I'll consider your proposal, Lander. Yes, do so, and carefully. So, okay, mingle with the guests. Who is this mysterious young man named Lando?
So, how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
Oh, this is a difficult choice. I'm guessing I can't change the envoy later on, can I? What I'm picking here is going to be my choice. Before we begin, I'd like to talk to you about the envoy I'll be taking with me.
My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
For now, we're going to assume that this is who I'm going to be having with me. So, we've got Jamandi Aldori trying to push her agenda on me. We've got Sertova pushing their agenda on me. And then we've got Landa, who's the third party, who's just being super secretive. Lost. Alright. We're gonna go with young Landa. Young Landa will come with me.
The heir of House Lebeda. Naive enough to think no one would recognize him here. I wouldn't trust him. Who knows what he has in mind?
House Lebeda is based to the southwest of Lake Rakel in Brevoy, controlling the plains and significant portions of the lake's shipping. They are considered to be the Brevic noble family that epitomizes Rossland. Having significant Taldan blood, an appreciation for fine things, and a love of sword fighting. The family motto is success through grace. Well, at least we have some information on him now. What to do with that information is another question. Alright. I'm ready for the ceremony.
Excellent. Stand here.
We've done it. Landa is our envoy.
Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Maegor Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Restov, I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
We've done it. It is done. The celebration is over.
Victory! The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Greetings, Baron. Keston. Oh, we got Keston. Welcome, Your Grace. Keston salutes you. You can see he's a bit anxious, and it seems he'd rehearsed his speech many times. Let me once again congratulate you on your victory, and your new title. Oh, I would like to stop yawning now. Lady Jamandi transferred me here. I am at your disposal. I'm not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. Or wait till you see this train wreck. We'll be on fire in a week. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of the new capital citizens. The Stag Lord's former stronghold will soon be a thriving city. Word travels fast, and the first settlers have already arrived, with new ones approaching as we speak. While you were visiting Restov, much has been done here. Your benefactors, the Aldori, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. I stand ready to answer your questions and to show you around the most important sites. The main question is, where can I get a drink or three? It's time to toast my victory. Where are my companions? Are there any citizens I should know about? What's the mood of the people here? I must admit, I've never seen anything like that in my whole life. A city, a whole barony, born right in front of our eyes. The people sense the moment, and we're feeling proud. As a rule, I'm not too cheerful or chatty. I'd normally feel out of place among all the rejoicing, but today is just one of those days. I'm ready to look around the city, lead the way. Follow me, Your Grace. The child did not bow. The child waved. I think that might actually be a gnome. Do you recognize this place, Your Grace? This is where the Stag Lord's fortress walls used to be. Not that it saved him in the end, huh? Well, that's because we got them to open the door. Will the child be granted a pardon? No. The child will be killed off immediately. Our workers did a fine job of turning the bandit den into the heart of the town. I can hear a crying child. The heart of every town is the main square. We already have our first vendor. Oh boy, I look glad it's a taxing you for selling stuff. Straight to the tavern to the right, awesome. The tavern's ale is blessed by Caden Callian himself, I swear. And the lady who owns it is a gem. I heard our... What? Except for the breathing fire. All barons can breathe fire. Well, welcome, Your Grace. Glad to serve you. Damn guard. Whose statue are they putting up? That's not me. Your Grace, those are our guards. They keep order in the city or keep their mouths busy with gossip. Well, there's Harem. Here's the observation platform. I hope one day your capital will grow large enough that we won't be able to see it to its full extent from this perch. I don't think that's my land over there. The building in front of us is your residence. That's where we'll head to now. It's a shithole. Welcome to your barony. You're about to make the unyielding stolen lands a prosperous kingdom. There is a long and arduous road ahead of you. You and your advisors are going to deal with matters of national importance, found and built up settlements, seize and develop new regions, solve pressing problems, and take advantage of good opportunities. A prosperous governor will be handsomely rewarded with support and donations from their subjects. Promising alliances with other states, wealth for their treasury, and many other things. Good luck in your ruling, Baron. So now we've reached the main chambers. This is the throne room, where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map, depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your grace's attention. Having finished his speech, Keston tucks his thumb under his belt and stands quietly. Just like in the picture. He's got his thumb tucked in his belt. How accurate. Hello, my dear friends. Lander Labida, the young noble from Brevoy, who you've chosen as an emissary, greets you with a distracted nod. I am glad to see you in good health. I don't see how you remain so steady in these circumstances. He makes a wide gesture with his hand, obviously meaning something larger than your throne room. But in truth, I shouldn't worry. A little effort, and this barony will become a rich and prosperous land, right? So barony affects community +6, loyalty +6, military +3, economy +3, divine +3, arcane +3, and civility +3. Do they all give different stats, like the different envoys? New event. Trade agreement with Sertova. Esvanki's offer. Pillage the Temple of the Elk. Rebuild the Temple of the Elk. And research into the nature of curses. Davik Nettle. Difficulty level of your barony. You may change the difficulty level of your barony at any time or set it to automatic. If it's automatic, you won't have to deal with most government decisions. They will be taken care of automatically, and your barony will never fail. However, this will also prevent you from unlocking any governance-related achievements. You don't think you have ever seen Lander in a playthrough before? Well, this was a train wreck to start with, so I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Since ruling seems to be a new thing for you, I'll put the matter simply. There are two kinds of issues that the Baron must address. Boring ones and amusing ones. You have servants and advisors to handle all the boring problems, and you can give them orders from wherever it pleases you. But sometimes an urgent matter will arise, a dragon attack, or the visit of some noble dignitary like myself. Events like these demand the Baron's personal presence in the city. I'll mark these events on the map too. According to the ancient tradition of Brevoy and most of the river kingdoms, rulers in these parts find it convenient to receive visitors and chop off heads at the beginning of each month. I know well that traditions can be tedious, but nevertheless, I advise you to visit the capital on important days. But here's the main thing. You should start choosing people to fill the key positions right away. Your clerics, Jode and Tristan, were the first to beg for an audience. I'll leave you to your thoughts for now. I'm sure you'll make wise decisions, of that I have no doubt. Oh, Jod, your grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving the title of Baron. I am confident that you will be able to bring order to these troubled lands. Jode stumbles slightly. Though, to be honest, that isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristan and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Elk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, steeping it with putrescence. Okay? Ugh. I am disgusted with whoever could do this. Jode exhales loudly, catching his breath. And now there is a new woe. Tristan and I believe the curse did not simply disperse of its own accord. There's a place near the capital rumored by the locals to be cursed. Tristan and I visited this dreadful place, and we felt the same putrescence as the Temple of the Elk. What is this place? Where is it? There is a bald hilltop not far from here, to the north of the capital. Its crown is entirely barren of life. The locals believe that rituals glorifying the dark gods were held there, back in ancient times. There is no longer any trace of such rituals, but the air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. This place is like a rotting wound, closed but not healed. Bald Hilltop has been revealed. And this wound will undoubtedly open again. Tristan and I felt something approaching. Something ominous. The curse will soon return to plague us once more. I swear by Erastil. This is where Erastil was. This guy's the same. I will go there as soon as I am able. I would be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. I agree with Tristan. We have been to this hilltop. It's barren but filled with a dense atmosphere of unease. Well, what do you suggest? The curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit the Bald Hilltop and resolve this issue. For now, we can only wait and prepare. We beg your pardon, Your Grace, for intervening with you getting your grasp of your barony. I'm sure you have even more pressing matters at hand right now. It seems a little convenient that we got...
My life is a burden.
Right, it seems a little convenient that this is all happening 1 month after I get my thing. The barony has 10 basic stats, each supervised by an advisor. Yep, I'm sure I can look that up again after. That just moved. Stats increase if your governance is successful and decrease if events don't end well, or other negative factors are placed in your way. Don't let the barony stats drop to 0 or lower. This will cause your subjects to riot, and your state will begin to crumble. Each stat has a certain milestone or ranks within them. Every 20 points in a stat will increase your rank. Rank 1 unlocks a corresponding advisor position for that stat. Further development of the stat and upgrades to its ranks will be possible only if you have an advisor in the relevant position. Governing your barony will require 1 advisor for each stat. You may appoint your companions as well as some of the Stolen Land citizens into the advisor positions. Each of the 10 positions has at least 3 characters who are qualified to hold it. Not all of these characters will be willing to serve you right away. Some of them will need to be convinced. Appointing others will require completing an assignment for them or rendering them some other service. Every advisor acts on their own ideology. They have their own opinions on everything that happens in your domain. Therefore, you may want to select characters whose governance philosophy is consistent with your own. Open the Advisor tab on the right of the screen, click an empty slot, and click a character to appoint them. Every barony stat gains a bonus from the specific ability of the appointed advisor. The exact size of the bonus is indicated in the upper right corner of the advisor's card. Only advisors may address the problem, opportunities, and sudden events that occur in your domain and require immediate attention. Don't leave these positions vacant. Oh, I get to name the land. Shit, what do I call it? Oh man, no one told me this. What should I call the land? It was a surprise. Oh man. So many on the spot things. Bravoy but better. You can change the name later on. The game says the name of the barony cannot be changed later in the game. Yeah, it says you can't change it. It's the nation's name. Yeah. Go with surprise. That is pretty good, actually. How's it going there, by the way, Shen? Surprise. That was very embarrassing. Well, I've named it Surprise. Okay, so we need to now assign advisors. Are these my 5? The region ensures subjects' complaints and concerns are heard by their ruler and serves as a link between the Baron and his people. Councillor. The Councillor deals with troubles of the common folk and helps settle land disputes and agriculture matters. This advisor ensures citizens remain loyal to the throne. So this is a treasurer. Don't put me in that position. I will spend all the money. And a high priest. Okay. Harem favors unusual but effective solutions. Alright. We'll go with Harem. He favors unusual but effective solutions. No candidates available for that. Amiri favors a direct approach. Regengar is hot-headed and direct. Sorry, Amiri, you've got other stuff to do. Loyalty, Tristan, okay. Community, ooh. Labida makes decisions that favour both his own interests and those of the barony. I'm going to go with Valerie. She'll make sure the right things are there. Alright, so is this my life now? We live on this map. Tuskdale. Economy. Val is a good choice? Okay. So do I just head out into my lands now and explore? Is that what that's for? Declare the outskirts part of your kingdom. Choose an advisor to handle this event. Advisors will act accordingly. Oh, what's a BP? I get 32. I don't want to expand yet. Pillage the Temple of the Elk and rob it of all remaining treasure. There was a city name that can be changed, yeah, because this is currently Tuskdale. Ivanki Ki, High Priest of Erastil from Restov, has a strong interest in spreading the Stag God's faith across the region. He is eager to build a shrine dedicated to Erastil in your lands, but at his own expense. Accept his offer if you wish to gain a useful ally and a place of worship for Erastil. So 7 days to solve this. I don't mind him building the statue, and it's going to cost him to do it. But does that mean that I can no longer use Harem for 7 days in my group? Is that what that means? Alright, we're going to rebuild the temple, though. So now he's tied up? Okay. Yeah. So we'll rebuild that later.
Oh, my life is a burden.
I'm fatigued. God damn it. Surprise. Something going on in Surprise. Oh, is this just the map I was on? Yeah. Okay. I am almost level 5, which I'm quite happy about. You could have look at starting to build some infrastructure. Is that in my list as well, is it? Oh wow, there's a lot of place I can claim. So enter the city. Okay, constructing buildings. You may construct buildings to increase your barony stats. Each building has a cost in BP and a construction time. You may construct several buildings simultaneously. To start construction, select a building you need from the list on the right side of the screen and place it in an empty slot in the settlement. Some buildings can only be placed in designated spots. A pier must be built on the water and a mill must be built with no buildings around it. Demolish a building to get rid of it and recover half of the resources you spent making it. If you want to move a building, you have to demolish the old one, gaining half the resources, and construct it again. You won't have to spend any extra BP, but you will have to wait for construction to finish. So this is my town, my village. Number of villages, 0. Okay. Here's blue. We can build a wooden wall and cut off this section. Okay. There seems to be a fair bit here. So I need a shop and a tavern, I think. Because that'll give me some economy boost as well. Feels expensive. Alright, I think that's enough. So how long... Oh, crap. 7 days, 14 days, and 5 days. Okay. Research the nature of curses, which... Harem, who I can't use. Okay. We're not going to pillage the Temple of the Elk. We'll restore it. It also has disadvantages to place the buildings in certain positions. Others, yeah. I saw that. So, how do I sleep? Because it said this was the main residence. Is there like a different place I need to go to sleep? Let's have a look around my town.
I greet you, my savior. You who defeated those who nearly brought my ruin.
They're in the northeast of the main hall. Alright, I'll go back in after this little bit. The appearance of the nymph is heralded by the familiar bouquet of herbs and flowers. But the creature looks at you differently now.
I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power?
Is that an invitation?
I will show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I. Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my verdant chambers. Visit me there, my lord, and come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you.
I'm excited. You could call it that. I'll see you in the verdant chambers.
So long. I will await you there, as the ground waits for spring under the heavy winter's snow.
All right. So, if I go back into here, on the northeast of the hall, I have my rooms. If your kingdom is destroyed, the game will be over. Wow.
My life is a burden.
Ah, yeah, there it is. Wow, look at my fancy room. I prefer to keep that there as a decoration. Alright, rest. Alright, so we have a month to dick around, explore our lands, and gather, I'm guessing, those resource points. Oh, yep, see, now we have Valerie that we can take. Oh, wow, it's... Alright, fair enough. Available for claiming. Let's do some level ups first. Cleric. He's level 5, are you serious? Spell focus, but what are his spells? Crap. I don't know enough about cleric, come on. Spellbook. Enchantment, abjuration. Conjuration. I don't think any of these options are good for him. You could give him additional charges for channeling now. What's the feat for that? Is that going to be meta magic? Extra channel? You can channel energy. Is that extra channel? Okay. Wow, look at his new spells too. Damn. Alright, and Valerie. She's gone the Tower Shield Specialist Fighter. You'd also consider meta magic spell penetration. Oh, because I'm doing her level 2 level up. Hmm. Give her mobility up to rank 3? Okay. Oh, now I gotta go figure out what sword she wants, because I want to give her... Actually, I need to make her as tanky as possible. So, I'll take a peek. Yeah, Bastard Sword's what she uses. That will increase your armor class should you tank with her in defensive stance. Okay. That makes sense. When you're adjacent to an ally who also has his feat, you receive +2 competence bonus to your combat maneuver defense. Yeah, shield focus seems fine for now. Yeah, go ahead, man. Give me all the advice you can. Shield focus and armor focus? Yeah, I was looking at shield focus. I've got a couple of level ups to do with her, so... That's just level 2. And then level 3. And then level 4. Where I get the con up to 20. You would pick Dex for the additional AC over the health? Because that's 4 hit points. Alright. So I've got armor focus and I've got shield focus. Once per round, when you would normally be hit by an attack with a ranged weapon, you may deflect it so that you take no damage. Take out flank? Okay. Makes the flanking bonus +4 instead of +2. Because then I've still got to go in here, and she's still wearing the basic armor. Which is the best I've got, because I think I've got a Miri wearing the half plate. She's got a ways to go. Because that's heavy. And that's heavy. Cool. So she's 28 AC. I don't think I have a better... Yeah, I don't have any shields right now, so we're going to have to go and get her a better shield too. Oh, you said mobility was good? Maybe. Only the ranks in mobility? Oh, okay. There we go, 29. Yet. She won't be able to do much with the mobility value as such yet, yeah. Alright, we're leveled up. We're going to travel to the fertile land and claim it. New events. Find Casey in the capital. Add the outskirts to the barony and appoint an advisor to the treasurer. Oh, so that's the Bald Hilltop that we're supposed to go to in a month. Now the game opens up a lot and I'm free to roam. But I need... Oh wow, there's a marker over the kingdom button. That's the one I like. So this is my current kingdom. You can click the kingdom icon to check what's going on. Oh, and this takes me straight to the map. Alright, cool. While you're inside of your kingdom, yeah. We need to find Casey, but... This is all outside of my kingdom. That kind of sucks. Nope. This is part of the Nile March. Is a place where wildlife thrives.
My life is a burden.
How are you already tired?
May we have a moment of respite?
Main square, throne room, tavern. When did I get this wall? One or two. I have a lot of characters with high perception. His is pretty crap. But like... Tristan's a +10 to start with.
Step, step, step.
Now, Casey's home. A just reward. That's for the nymph. Kingdom quests. Okay, so I gotta actually follow these. Add the outskirts to the barony. Deal with the ancient curse, which is in 40 days. and appoint one of the advisors a treasurer, which I don't have yet. There are points of interest on the map that are visible, but several others will just uncover. Fire a perception check, okay. A tense silence hangs over the house. Casey, your tiefling friend, emerges from the shadows, but her eyes are staring to the distance. She seems to look past you. No, not now. The turmoil is suddenly over, but you see fear in Casey's eyes, her blue eyes. It's you. I wanted to say, What happened? That is surely not regular travel between planes. The girl closes her eyes and clenches her fists, obviously in the grip of a strong emotion, but one you cannot read. I knew it couldn't last forever. Why did he? Why did he even make this rule, if he knew it would be impossible to keep? She takes a deep breath, opens her eyes, and speaks with firm resolve. Come what may, you should know, Karis, that the person you know by the name Casey does not exist. My name is Khalik, and well, it's a long story and such stories are better told beside a welcoming fire. Will you hear me out? The girl rests her head on her arm and stares off into the distance, lost in memory. Stories by the fire, in the desert where I was born, my fondest memory. When the day is done, hosts and guests, parents and children, friends and rivals, all gather by the fire under the stars to tell their tales. All they did, all they witnessed, all they heard from other travellers, and the whispers carried by the desert wind. My sister and I often snuck into there to hear these stories, hiding in the shadows just beyond the circle of light and warmth. We are Hellspawn, you see. Tieflings are unwelcome guests in Qadira, unblessed by the light of merciful Serenray. We grew up sleeping in a common tent, scavenging food here and there, like orphans, all but outcast and disowned. We were 13 when we left, and set off to find happiness in the cities, and everyone we left behind sighed with relief. My sister and I, we are twins, but as different as the sun and moon. Her name is Kanira, which means silent flame. She is fire, a cold fire, but one that turns everything to ash. So much reading. I am a river. It brings me joy to give water to tired travelers and nurture green shoots. But when I flood, I am bound to bring death. The girl's eyes are full of sorrow. Despite our differences, we are one. Our lives belong to divine Nethys, and by his mercy, we now live in turns. While one of us is here, the other sleeps in another plane, and when she wakes up, we switch places, just as you just witnessed. So this is why you didn't remember me when we're talking to Jamandi Aldori. Okay, that's kind of weird. How could I remember you? I'd never met you at the time. That was Kanira. She was the one who talked to you at the reception, and I helped you fight off the assassins. We usually write each other notes, recounting in detail all that happened, and describing any friends that Casey has made. But that time we switched right in the middle of a mansion engulfed in fire, and filled with assassins. Kanira didn't have the time to write any notes. And how is it you began to live in turns? Oh, why am I so tired? It's like 9:30. Kalika lowers her head. This story is one I've never told to anyone before. No one in the whole world, and it's not easy to confide in a stranger. There is too much grief and guilt in it. If you don't mind, I'd rather not go into all the details. You see, my sister died, and I couldn't get over it. Kynira was killed by a Soul Eater, a monster summoned by secret followers of Abaddon's archdemons. Those who summoned him died in the fight, but the beast was too strong for my sister, and I wasn't even there to protect her. Kalik catches her breath. We just had a fight, and we both did some stupid things just before. And I don't want to talk about that now. When I found out what happened to my sister, I was ready to make a deal. I was ready to make a deal with any power, if only I could just get her back. And I found such power. I was contacted by the Arcanothane, the herald of the god Nethys himself. She promised she would return Kynira to life, but on two conditions. First, we must both keep the arrangement a secret. Second, we could never be able to meet again, and so our new life began. Now we flee through the world guarding our secret, always introducing ourselves as Casey, to hide that there are two of us. And we switch places with each other at random. While one lives, the other sleeps, in a demi-plane, one created specially for us. You revealed your secret to me. It means you broke one of the rules set by the deity's herald. Yes, will you make me regret this, Kairos? I just thought, I felt you might be someone who could help my sister and me change our fates. What can I do to help? That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. Kynira was supposed to tell you of an ancient treasure that we've been looking for. Gold isn't the only thing of value in this place. It may contain an ancient relic, taken by the Taldan raiders from a respected Kadiran temple of Nethys. It's an unusual relic, called the Disc of the Eclipse. I once heard a beautiful story that it was created from the shadow that hides the sun and the moon. But I don't think that could be the truth. Nethys is the god of magic, who was once a mortal wizard, and relics from his temples are usually very powerful. There are many among his followers who think that solving the mysteries of magic, even rivaling their deity, is the best way to serve him. One such follower created the disc long ago in the distant past. According to legend, it gives its owner control over the planar travel, but only pairs of wizards bound by unbreakable ties could use it. While one of them travelled the planes, the other was his anchor in our world, and they would switch between. Do you see now why we so desperately wish to find the disc? It might help us understand how the switch between me and Kynira works, and it should make our divine patron happy. Nethys and his assistants value the desire to understand the mysteries of magic above all else. And how did the disc come to be in the Stolen Lands? Tell me about the location of the treasury. If this can help, then I agree. Yep, we'll go with that. Kalike's sad eyes get a little warmer. Thank you. I will wait for you here at Sorrowflow. And please, let's explore the ruins together. Just the two of us. I don't want to give myself away again in front of your companions. Breaking the Arcanothane's conditions once is enough. I have no wish to anger our god. So long. So I have to leave on my own? Can I do that? Oh, well, beforehand, I have to rest again. So is that just leaving the city while I'm alone? Is that all that is? My chat's greetings, your grace. Greetings, Baron, your grace. Yeah, I know. Oh, I keep yawning.
My life is a burden.
I went out and played board games for most of today, so like, I can't be that fucking tired. Alright. So do I literally just have to leave town on my own? Is that it? Is that how that works? Or can I leave with companions and then not have them with me when I get to Sorrowflow? It was like, cannot travel. Okay. Wow, that's so far away. How am I supposed to get there? It's not even in my land. I just want to go out and stab something. Alright. We're gonna go here.
Blood for Gorum!
A wolf from Silence Pack. It's level 5. Wow, this could actually be a bit of a challenge, maybe. Alright, my guy. What am I gonna do? Mage armor and run the fuck away. Alright, Valerie. Oh, she's knocked down because they knocked down. That's bullshit. Thank you, phone. Well, this could be problematic. No, I don't need that yet.
Die! Die! Die!
Serves you right.
Okay, she stands up. She takes 2 attacks of opportunity.
Tear them apart!
Let us strike as one.
I need to get Valerie a new sword.
Let the attack commence!
You deserved it.
They go down!
Alright, well that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Time becomes distance.
I'm guessing I need to get Valerie some AC. Not AC. She has lots of AC. I need to get Valerie some initiative bonuses.
Forwards! No, back!
Running won't help you.
Oh, there's 3. He didn't use his touch attack, okay.
You forced my hand.
Oh, Calm down, Amiri.
Any last wishes?
I don't even need my buff. Oh, he's still got one stored.
I'll try to make this swift.
Do not falter! Bring it!
Crit for 2 damage? Yup.
This is where I step in.
I'll cut you.
Poor Gengar.
Let's come to this.
Crit for 9. He's going to town.
Onwards!
Amiri, come on. Hey Rain, how's it going? Good morning.
Serves you right.
Come on, Regengar, you can do this.
Die for me.
He's just rolling bad. That's all it is.
Stay behind me!
Could you just woke up? It's a lot earlier than yesterday.
You deserved it.
Bleed for me.
Come on, Regengar. I know I have dual wield. But he literally needs like a 10. 50-50 chance. He's failed like 8 attacks.
Let us strike as one! Bring it!
Alright. I'm gonna swap his dual wield out though.
Any last wishes?
Wildriz keeps critting, indeed. Alright, Regengar, you got one weapon and a dream. Yeah, that's how we do it. Damn, there's a lot of bodies here. Oh, cave.
I shall end this suffering.
Let's go for a range first. Why is he at the front? Consider changing the party formation? Yeah. I've just realized that he's not in the right spot.
I'll try to make this swift.
Tear them apart! Do not falter!
13 damage. 13 damage from Regengar. No, that's alright. I was already going to be changing the formation up.
So it's come to this.
Sorry, if I don't like something you're saying, I'm just not going to do it.
They go down! Onwards!
Die for me.
May I see your entrails, please?
Serves you right.
Repent.
Oh, Tristan with the final hit. No, no skinning. We red misted one of them. So I need to update the party formation, but I need to fix Valerie's weapon. I think her weapon's actually fine. It's a Masterwork Bastard Sword. So I need Valerie at the front. My guy should be at the back. So I kind of want like this pyramid.
I'm listening.
because then Valerie's at the front to get attacked.
To victory!
Wait, where is Valerie? Oh, she's stuck back there. Okay.
Stay behind me!
Let's get the buffs out.
You forced my hand.
I wonder what Silence Pack is.
Bring it!
If we could stop red misting all of the stuff that I want to skin, that'd be great.
We will prevail!
Silence's name of the Pack Alpha? Yeah. But I wonder what significance it's had that I've missed.
Tear them apart! They go down!
Amiri needs some help, holy crap.
Gone.
That is cure. Valerie, it's time for you to walk up and tank stuff.
Do not falter!
You deserved it.
Look at me, Gorum! Bleed for me.
Am I staying hydrated? I am. I'm just yawning a million times a second.
I'll try to make this swift.
Onwards!
Her AC is going to be a lot higher. Yeah, it's 32 with fight defensively. Oh, Lindsay. Oh, poor Lindsay. Poor Lindsay. Oh, Amiri, nice job. You had to just stand here in front of them.
So it's come to this.
Stay behind me!
Oh, there's Silent, the Wolf Alpha. Okay. Brigenga, I need you to be big. What have you changed the poor Gasm emote to have? He can be a bit unpleasant. Just a little. Brigenga, I need you to go and touch him with my big spell. A feather boa, I think that's what they're called. Okay. What did I roll? I nat 1'd. Alright. You need to attack Valerie. Oh. Okay, Regengar, you got spells saved up? Let's do this.
I'll cut you.
I rolled a 3.
Do not falter. Oh, right.
Lindsay's got no spells left. Die. Die, Miri, die. Yeah, Miri's not having a good time. I just skipped Regengar. I just skipped him. I needed that. He went around to attack. Oh man.
Any last wishes?
Alright, Regengar. Hit the wolf, Regengar.
Bleed for me.
He nat 1 again. Nat 1, 3, nat 1. Also, he's just magically getting a +2 buff from nowhere. Oh. Alright, Regengar's gonna get smacked pretty hard again.
Stay behind me.
The weak suffer. I endure.
Okay, Miri's dead. Got these scrolls. Why does he keep missing? Because he is being a dum-dum.
This is where I step in.
Amiri is going to stand up, take some damage. Oh, she can't attack. Alright, Regengar, please. Please. Alright, we did it. One hit. Use arcane accuracy. I really do forget about that. Oh, he's knocked down again. Walk here. Walk here.
Serves you right.
Come on, Regengar. Yes! He did it. I forgot arcane accuracy again, but I did it. Alright, so I can't really see where the grease is, but it's like down here.
Do not falter.
His name was Silent, yeah. He was anything but... Oh, I was pressing the button. Is this the last? This is the last one.
Gone.
All right. Oh wow, that's my level up. Oh, there's a scythe. The problem is there's a giant grease puddle in the way where I have to walk to.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
2 people made it.
I'm listening.
Oh. Oh, it's just waiting on me. Everyone undress and get into the grease.
Trail me.
Alright. They're in the grease again. But that's the cave, anyway. There's the grease. Alright, my first outing as a baron of the land. I feel I did quite well. That went well, yes. I'm glad it did. We have trail in the hills, which I don't know where it goes. And then we've got these 2 places up here. Alright. We'll head to the excavation site. Maybe. Alright, we'll head to the excavation site, claim it, and then we'll head back to the kingdom, and we should be ready with the buildings and stuff.
Time for fun.
Skeletons. Oh, you're immune to that, of course.
Any last wishes?
Repent! You forced my hand.
Onwards!
Burn!
Oh, I can't even shoot them with arrows. I don't know why I'm bothering.
I'll try to make this swift.
These also are like level
Stay
2 or
behind me.
something.
I'll cut you.
So it's come to this.
Bring it!
From memory, they weren't strong. Yeah, level 2.
Step, step, step!
There'd be 2 feats that might help carry us with ranged attacks. Yeah, the close combat one, I think it was.
My life is a burden.
We should gather our strength.
Alright, we've got to sort out where you're going to be. Oh, -1. Holy crap. Look, you need a 16. 1 in 4. Lynn's might be a good cook. Oh yeah, she really is, but then -12 camouflage. Man, how do you even get that low? I'm fine with having a bad cook. I don't want to be forced to be attacked.
Can't agree with it. An atrocity is an atrocity, and it cannot be fixed with repentance. Everyone must pay for their misdeeds.
Of course they must. He who truly repents will do everything in their power to repair the harm he's done. That is his only path.
I can see her just setting torches up all over the camp, being, we'll make it so bright that it blinds them and they won't look over here. Alright, let's head back to Tuskdale.
My life is a burden.
Have Val drum on her armor, real lad. Scare him away with that. How's this? The buildings aren't done yet either. So I guess it might take a few more days. I'm wearing a feather boa, am I? Might need to wait a day or two for buildings to finish going up. If you may be so bold, yeah.
No, backwards. Backwards!
You see a dark-skinned, wiry man with a weather-beaten face and a happy smile on his face. He is dressed luxuriously, and his dark hair and neat mustache are exquisitely somethinged. The man bows to you, spreading his arms a little. Hasuf from Absalom is happy to welcome you, Your Grace. Come, take a look at the best wares we travelling merchants have to offer. Let's see what you have. Oh man, look at all this expensive shit. Ring of Protection 2, Ring of the Beast. Ooh, these would be good for Lindsay. I can buy the Baron be needing more gold. I have 8,500. Well, there's a bag of holding here. I can buy a wand of fireball though. Alright, we're gonna go for another level up though. Wizard. you want to boost your barony development, there's BP you can buy from him. Oh, okay. Elemental focus. I can't skip it. Empower spell. Select one spell. You cast that spell with greater than normal power. I guess I'm kind of stuck. See, that's saying that it's not recommended. I'm guessing because I don't have anything to really use. And I'd like to start pre-planning for like Fireball or something, but difficult to make choices here. Well, I've got Empower Spell, which is empowers a spell user up a spell slot 2 levels higher than the spell's actual level. And then Extend Spell makes your spells last twice as long, but also increases the level they use. Yeah. It's difficult. I want to be able to cast lots of fire when I can finally get it. You advise not picking it yet? Yeah. But then I'm kind of stuck. You need a coffee, you should go grab a coffee then, Rain. Get a very yummy coffee. Shield proficiency. Not the kind of shield that I'm expecting. Point blank precision shot. See, this will be good for the crossbow. It's not good for magic. It is also for magic? Oh, okay. But then I've got the second one I need to pick. I guess I can go combat casting, because then I can stop worrying about having to walk out of melee to use my spells. you would go spell, focus, evocation. What do I get out of evocation? Oh, is it evocation's fireball? Okay. I'll take it twice, thanks. Haste. That could be nice. The problem I've got right now is whatever I pick, it'll make it easy for you to burn people. Nice. Whatever I pick here, it's not really going to matter because I'm just going to be filling all my slots with fireball. All right.
Life is a burden.
Lindsay, we've just done you earlier, but we're going to go again. All right, and we're going to go with oh, that's quite nice. He's all but screaming fire magic. Okay, she's already got point blank shot, so I'm going to go with precise shot. Because I might already have... I don't have the weapon focus for the crossbows. But anyway, precise shot would let her shoot in melee. She uses crossbows, pretty sure. Light crossbows, yeah. So I'm probably going to give her the +1 light crossbows for now because she stays out of combat. So trickery, health, evasion. Cat's Grace. Oh, and I can get one, so we'll take that. Alright. Brigengar. Magus. We need to get you some more touch attacks, buddy. You can recommend picking Heroism for a Gengar. Or you mean for Lindsay's spells that I've already done? Ah, okay. It will come up again, yeah. You can choose to take a -1 on all melee attacks and combat maneuver checks to gain a +2 on all melee damage rolls. I'm going to go with Intimidating Prowess. While wielding the weapon in which you have a weapon focus, you can perform a bewildering show of prowess in a full round action. Make a Persuasion Intimidate check to demoralize all foes within 30 feet who can see your display. I'll go with Arcane Strike. That's already a +2. I don't really have any spells to take. For now. I mean, I'm pretty much just going to be using Frigid Touch. But he doesn't have to do the wizard thing, so I can just take whatever spells I want as I need them. So that works. Alright, I think I'm going to be done with doing two-handed soon. Alright, I don't have a weapon specialization. Bull Rush. Oh, here we go. Cleave. Why would I take anything else than that right now? Yeah, we'll go with Cleave. And Valerie. I'll go with Die Hard, so in case she does get smacked really hard, she can still live. Okay. The Tiefling girl looks as though she's made of springs. She cannot stand still for a moment. She nods her head, snaps her fingers, and taps her feet to an inner whirling song. Seeing you, she quickly waves her hand and breaks into a wide smile, and immediately starts jabbering. Your Grace, welcome. What do you want? Scrolls? I have 'em. You won't regret it. Show me your wares. So she has different scrolls of various things. Okay. So is there like a main mission that I need to do, or am I pretty much going through kingdom quests and then waiting? Okay, so this seems to be like a separate thing. I'm guessing this is how I continue my story. For now, I can roam free. Am I just waiting the 46 days for the thing to happen?
My life is a burden.
My guy's not dealing with this shit, apparently. Alright, we have 2 more days for this. Proposal for cooperation. 3 merchants from Absalom arrived in the region. They're ready to do business with their barony if their conditions are met. Crisis points. Okay. What are crisis points and how do I earn them? There'll be a Bald Hill curses and the various series challenges coming up. As you progress, yeah. I saw Bald Hill. Afford? Is that my gold? Oh, you can't afford to fail. They're meant for missions you can't afford to fail? Yeah. But how do I get them back? Is that like a... It's an extra resource? Alright, I'm gonna put 1 into this. Alright, we're gonna skip a day. Don't use them lightly? Oh, okay. And skip a day. Alright. So, Esvanki Keeg, High Priest of Erastil from Restov, has a strong interest in spreading it. Okay, that's just the thing. So, success. The first shrine in your capital will be built free of charge. Perfect. So now I can go back here. And we can rebuild the Temple of the Elk. Requires 60 days to solve. 60 days. Okay. Cost 100 BP. News has arrived. It's a very long game, yeah. News has arrived from the largest observatory in the Five Kings Mountains. The enchanted lens of their main telescope broke. The destruction of such a powerful artifact caused a gust of enchanted wind, which is now moving towards the region of the barony. You should seize this opportunity. Oh no, Harem's off. I sent him off for 60 days. Oh, that's gonna suck. Alright. That would have taken 21 days to solve, and it expires on some day. You going out for coffee? Okay. Don't worry, it's only an opportunity, yeah. I'm sure we'll have more. More chances. It would be worse if it was a problem. Well, I've got 60 days of no harem, so... Oh, I'm not tired anymore. Lander, what are you doing? Do something useful. You'll address me by my proper title, unless you want to end up a court jester. There's a storyteller in your halls? Yeah, I just told Lander off for not doing the right thing. We'll speak later, Lander, you little shit.
Step, step, step.
Storyteller. The man standing before you resembles an elf, but a very old one. Put him in his place. His face is wrinkled and his beard is as white as mountain snow. The man seems to be completely blind. The old man stares past you with unseeing eyes. Oh, my 100th yawn for the stream. He seems to be consumed in his thoughts. He mutters a soft melody, swaying back and forth slightly to its rhythm. The man shudders briefly and stops singing. His mouth opens and closes a few times, bringing to mind a fish brought ashore. Ah, who is there? Is that you, your grace? Alright, I won't talk to him just yet. The story doesn't tell it as an answer. His unseeing eyes staring ahead blankly.
Time becomes distance.
Alright, I haven't been to the tavern. It's always a good place to go look. Consider talking to him, it's kind of important. Oh, okay. Hey, there's an oral, 8 eyes and a mirror here. I actually think I'll end up the stream now. And continue it up tomorrow night. Now, something got built. Oh no, it's all still being built, I think. Who owns all this land? Because it ain't me. And here's the one with all the cool weapons. Earthbreaker. But yeah. Mithril full plate. Oh, look at that. 12,650. But yeah, I think we'll finish it up for tonight. I'll do a little bit of reading to see what's going on with the Baron stuff. And we'll have to continue that up tomorrow. How sad. Well, I can't stop yawning. And it's really making it difficult for me to focus on the game. So I'll be back tomorrow night to continue going. Alright. I'm going to raid this man. Oh, wait, I'm gonna put raid in there. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night, man. If you want to come in and continue to help. I'm having a little bit of trouble focusing on it tonight. Yeah, I hope you have a good day or night, man. But yeah, we're gonna raid Scabsy. He is playing The Last of Us 2. Just gonna make sure. I think he just finished. He literally just finished. All right. We're going to raid this one instead. Playing the same game. But anyway, thank you everyone for coming in, and I will catch you all tomorrow.